Hey, hopefully this is a successful video. The thumbnail you'll see says Lemans trip, and hopefully I make it there and back. This is obviously recorded beforehand. On that note, actually, with the thumbnails, the recording, the thumbnails, the editing, everything you see on screen other than me talking is all edited by my eldest son, which is really cool. He's doing really well at it. It's nothing I could do. I just press, upload to YouTube. So that's a really cool thing. I just thought I'd mention that. But yeah, hopefully this trip goes well. I'll put some things in the video what I had to do beforehand, just trying to get rid of some of the exhaust smells in the cabin. Got the aircon regassed and that seems to be holding pressure, so fingers crossed that's good. With the windows up, I can put the aircon on and I don't smell any fumes coming in through the cabin, so that'll be beneficial. I did try and do some changes to the exhaust, the clamp. It didn't work. I'm going to have to go and modify it with the V-clamp and put a proper clamp down from the manifold to the downpipe. There's just some slight exhaust gases and that just gets pulled straight in through the bulkhead. So that will have to be done. That'll be a later video kind of modification. But yeah, hopefully the trip's gone well. Keep watching, see if it doesn't. I'm going to do some stops along the way. Obviously I can only do about 250 miles per tank. The fuel gauge doesn't really let you know how you're getting on. And yeah, fingers crossed. If you haven't done the Lemans before, I highly recommend it. It's really great. This is the 5th time I'll be going. The first time I took an old Mark 1 MX-5. The second time I took a Ginetta G40, the wife's favourite car I've ever had. And then it was a little mini convertible, followed by a modern MG. So this is, again, back to using a car that is going to be interesting. Don't do it the way I'm doing it all in one long go. I've always said I won't do it this way and I end up doing it. I don't know why, but I'm hopefully meeting up with people on the French side and then carrying on down. But I'll be leaving late on at night on a Wednesday, taking the tunnel on the Thursday morning, just driving straight through to get to Lemans. So yeah, it's going to be a long journey. The boot's full of camping gear. I'm going to put that in the video as well, everything I'm taking with me, and you can see how I fit it all in. So hopefully it all goes well. I'll see you soon. Cheers. Just going over some pre-drive checks and just to show you what I've done. As an update, I have added a little attachment to the steering column to keep that gator in place. It's working really well. It stops any big smells coming through, so that's a great addition. Checked all the tyre pressures, of course. Come around this side. Coolant level, I've topped it up again to about medium. This car, I don't know why, but it seems to be quite happy sitting about a quarter full. I believe it should sit about a mid, so I'm going to keep my eye on that. It's not overheating, it's not running silly, the fans don't go on crazy, so I think we should be okay. Oil level stayed perfect. I've got a little hole there still, which I didn't manage to find a bung for, but I did find a spare Ginetta sticker, so there you go. That'll do for now. Other than that, I think we're pretty much ready to go. The new wiper arm is fitted. The holder for the air intake, that's working well still. So that big test will be for the big drive. Go around the back. UK sticker all in place, looking good. Fingers crossed we should be okay. Like I say, tyres are all looking good now. That drama's all over. Interior wise, all fine. I've got a little camera set up ready to go as well on the roll cage, kind of act as a dash cam at the same time. Yeah, fingers crossed, all is well. What do we have here? Naughty little car. I've checked the oil level and we are fine, and it seems to be just a little dribble, so I'm going to jack the car up now and see if there's any signs exactly where it's coming from, just for reference. Let's investigate. Double jacking effort here. Just brought it up gradually, side by side to keep the car from flexing, and then I've just put those under to protect while I go under and have a look, see what's going on. Let's just zoom out a bit. Maybe a little drip there between the gear, the gearbox and the engine. I wonder if that's where it's coming from. I'm going to put the camera down, have a good look and see what I find. But that looks like the wettest part. So maybe the rear
seal on the engine. Right, that means full engine rebuild, bigger cams, lots of mods. It's just what's going to have to happen, unfortunately. Never mind. It was a nice excuse to give it a good clean anyway, so I've just been over it with the brake cleaner, cleaned all this whole area. There's nothing else sinister going on under here. I think it is literally just potentially the output seal around the shaft. So we'll just see how it goes on. I'm guessing because it hasn't been used much over the years, it's just had a rude awakening with me driving it quite a lot frequently. So I'll keep my eyes on it. It's not causing any issues, and yeah, we'll just go from there really. But it's looking pretty neat and tidy under here. I can now see if it does start dripping exactly where it's coming from. It's a little bit of a witness mark where it's hit something along the way, but it is a very low car, so it has to be expected. The rest of the engine bay looks, well, engine bay, the rest of the underside looks okay. I think a winter project is really cleaning all this up, maybe taking the wishbones off, getting them repowder coated, any crack checks done. Yeah, looking good. Bit more from underneath there. Nothing ready to report. I think we're ready for them on. Let's just get there and see what happens. Quick view of everything I'm taking with me. So in there we've got a big army style camping bed, a small table, a chair, a gas cooker. We've got spare oil, coolant in that corner, toolbox, there's a jump pack thing there, sleeping bag and a tent. So it's a really good size boot, and there's still some space. I could put a fold away small kind of barbecue, but there's going to be lots of us there with all cooking stuff, so I'll put my clothes in that little section. And yeah, 200 litre boot I think it is. There's still probably could pack more stuff in there if I really crammed it in, but what's the point? Just had to make a small unscheduled stop. We've done about 50 miles so far, and we went through a bit of rain randomly, and that wiper's good, and the new wiper I fitted, I don't know why, but I wonder if the spindle's completely gone or a totally wrong angle, so I'm gonna have to pull that off before it gets damaged more. I've checked the weather map, looks like we've passed all the rain that we should have anyway, so bit of an annoying situation, nothing we can do about it. So first scheduled stop, just past Birmingham. Done about 120 miles now. Got a bit lost around the M60, shut the motorway, so we had to jump off, go down the junction, go back on. Bit irritating, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna top up fuel, see how much it used, get back on the road. I think it's ETA about 3 AM now, down at the train, so let's carry on. No other dramas, just that wiper at the moment.
There's no way that your love can get away from my heart. From my heart.
Getting tired now. The drive's going well. Just done a final stop before I get on the Eurotunnel. Just done 143 miles,
to 16.87 litres. Yeah, final push, get on the train to see if they let me get on an early train and just get over there. If they don't, I'll park up and maybe have a 2 hours sleep. We'll see how we get on. See you in a bit. We've made it to the shuttle. Waiting for the train to start boarding. I think I can start moving in about 10 minutes. There's a few interesting cars are down here. I've seen an Aston Martin, there's a Porsche moving there, a couple of Mercedes. It's just the start. But yeah, we made it all down in one piece. It's done pretty well on fuel. I'm going to work out the miles per gallon out of interest, but no issues. I'm really concerned about how low this is when it comes to putting it on the train. We'll see. We'll see. They're getting on the train and in the campsite is going to be the worry. I've got the little camera set up, so I'll put that on in the train. We'll go from there. Here we go. One touch, got away with it. We have made it. Here we are, campsite Lemans 2026. No issues, just one wiper. Just got to set everything up now and then we can get to the track. French guys!
back on UK soil now, and it don't half remind you how bad our roads are compared to the French motorways. The quality is awful. Car's going okay, it is filthy as anything. Byproduct of the campsite, not much we can do about that. Needs a really good clean when we get home. She's doing well so far. Done about 60 miles this side, got about another 300 to go, can't remember now. Oh well, let's keep going. Le Mans 2026, completed it, mate. Job done. We're back home. See you later.